Hey everyone, welcome back to another SML reaction video. It has been over a year, but I am back to see if it is still funny to me. I think it's going to be, but we're gonna find out soon enough. So this video is called SML movie Jeffy's car accident. And well, first of all, why in the world is he driving a car? He is definitely not 16 years old, or he's definitely not of driving age. So something happened. Like he definitely got it. Like maybe like stole it. Like I watched the Jeffy or the scooter video, and he stole that. So maybe he stole a car. So I see like Mario in the thumbnail. I see Jeffy in the thumbnail, and then I see Mr. Goodman, and then boom, there's two cars. And obviously, they both look like really expensive cars. I don't know much about them, but they're expensive for sure. And Jeffy somehow got his hands on one of them and just crashed into Mr. Goodman, it looks like. So I feel bad for Mario because Mr. Goodman's probably gonna be mad, and well, yeah, definitely he's gonna make Mario pay somehow, and Mario has to do something about this because well, last time I've seen SML was like he always has to like pay for the house payment, like he has to pay rent, and he never like makes it in time. Or yeah. So he has a money issue, and looks like Jeffy is gonna cause Mario more problems. But I don't know how he's gonna get his hands on a car. Like, is it Mario's car or Mr. Goodman's car? I mean, since it's red, I mean it's probably Mario's car. But it looks expensive. But like, well, maybe Mario actually has like an expensive car or something. I don't know. But it's red, so I'm assuming it's his. And Mr. Goodman's his car is black. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's gonna be something to do with money. Like it's just Mario dealing with Jeffy and the money problem. Jeffy has to somehow help, and maybe I don't know. Maybe that richer guy comes in and helps out. Something, I don't know. So yeah, let's get started. If you like this video, like it and subscribe if you enjoy. And with that being said, let's just get started. All right, I'm gonna start the video in 3, 2, 1, go. That's actually not as bad. He's gonna ruin it. Oh. Oh crap. I mean that food was actually pretty decent.
What's wrong, Jeffy?
He's actually scared.
What did Jeffy do?
He knocked over my lasagna all over the floor!
Hold on. Actually, gravity made you drop your lasagna.
Jeffy!
That I did do, yes.
Jeffy, you did that?
Yep.
Well, say you're sorry to Chef PeePee.
I didn't have to.
Yes, you
I saw that in a recent video as well.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, Chef PeePee.
I'm still mad, Mario!
Chef PeePee, accept his apology. I'm trying to teach Jeffy manners, so I'm teaching him how to say I'm sorry, so...
What's up with his eyes? It looks so dirty.
Well, fix it. Just accept his apology so he learns to say he's sorry.
You know what, Jeffy? I accept your apology. I'm so happy that you knocked over my so happy.
See, Jeffy, when you say I'm sorry, it makes everything better.
Okay.
Ow, Jeffy!
Sorry.
Oh man. Oh, it's Black Yoshi. What is he using to call him?
Jail? How'd you end up in jail?
Because the popo done arrested me for going trick-or-treating.
Black Yoshi, it's not Halloween. How'd they arrest you for trick-or-treating?
But let me explain, folks. So I was walking through the neighborhood, right?
Uh-huh.
So I saw packages on people's front doorsteps, so I took some.
Black Yoshi, that's stealing people's packages.
Okay, Mario, what do people do on Halloween? They put candy on their front doorstep for people to take. And
Oh, he's using a TV remote.
packages on their front doorstep for me to take. So I took some.
Black Yoshi, no, that just means they haven't gotten their package yet, like they didn't bring it inside.
Well, how am I supposed to know that, folks? I thought they just ain't want them, so they didn't bring them in, so I took some.
Like, you're just stealing. Look, how much is your bail?
Oh, about $45,000.
Oh, so Mario
Black Yoshi, what did you do? You had to do more than just stealing.
more money problems. Like he has to deal with this as well.
Packages. He had a whole car full of packages, so I mean, I took the whole car.
You stole a car?
Yeah.
Black Yoshi, look, I don't know if I'll be able to bail you out this time. That's too much money.
Oh, Mario, please get the money. Call one of your rich friends or something.
Mr. Goodman.
Oh, Black Yoshi, I'll see what I can do. The only rich friend I have is Goodman.
Is he a friend though? Like,
Hello?
Hey, Mario, you asked me to come over?
oh, he actually came over.
Come inside.
Hold on, Mario, I want to show you something. Look at that.
That's a black car.
Not just any black car. It's a Tesla.
What's a Tesla?
It's a car that drives itself.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it can drive itself while I sit there and I look at my bank.
Oh, maybe that's
I
how
can even look at Tinder.
Jeffy drives, because he uses a self-driving like Tesla,
It drives itself, so I never have to drive.
but then it like somehow doesn't work.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's my most favorite car ever. I would absolutely die if somebody.
See how they're building it up?
Nothing will happen to it, right? Because it can drive itself.
Absolutely, Mario. There's cameras all around it, so it avoids crashes, so it'll never be wrecked.
Right.
Because I need a favor.
Okay, Mario. All right, Mario. So what favor did you need from me?
Money.
My friend,
Well,
really?
hold on, right there. Hold on, one second. Check that out, Mario. You know what that is? Money on my background on my iPhone 11 Pro.
Okay, well, anyway, I invited you over because my.
Hold on. I hope you're not about to ask me for money, because then I'd be mad.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Well, let me explain this. My friend needs some help, and it involves you. You can solve the problem.
Oh, how? How could I solve his
With
problem?
money.
Well, you have a lot of.
You say it.
You have a lot of intelligence,
Yeah, correct.
which has given you the opportunity in your life to make a lot of good choices. Led to the making of frequent large amount of money.
Got him.
My friend's in jail and he needs money to get bailed out.
Why would we need to bail him out? Actually, me. Why would my money be needed to bail him out?
Well, actually, I mean, I just want him out of jail because he doesn't like it in there.
Does he contribute to society?
No.
Well, he plays video games a lot, and he's arrested for stealing people's packages.
That's where my package went.
It's Richard.
What is Richard calling me? Decline?
But you're not going to answer that?
No. So back
Oh
to
my
the-
gosh.
I can't believe I had to drive all the way out to this poor neighborhood because my dad wouldn't answer his phone. Let me go see what he's doing.
There's the red car.
Hey, Richard, can I drive your Lamborghini?
Sure, kid, whatever. Where's
He doesn't even care.
He's upstairs with my daddy.
All right, thanks.
Oh, man. I can't believe Richard's gonna let me drive his Lamborghini.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
All right. Now, how do you start this thing? Is it this button? Going so fast!
Is it a remote control car? Oh my. How'd they do that?
Gatorade. Oh no! I scratched this person's car. I don't know whose car it is.
Drive away, my dude.
As long as I tell them I'm sorry, they can't be mad.
Oh.
So I leave them a note telling them I'm sorry.
So they're gonna implement that lesson.
There. I'm sorry. Now he can't be mad.
Sir, if you could just give me the money to help out my friend, I promise I'll pay you back.
Dad, why on earth are you not answering?
That
your
random
phone?
scream.
It's right there. Richard, what are you doing here? I drove all the
Blame it
way
on
to
Richard,
Old
maybe.
Town to tell you that you need to fire Chives. Fire Chives? Why? Because I wanted to go out on the yacht today, but he said no because it was going to be raining or something. Now, Richard, you know that you can't go out on the yacht while it's raining because it could get choppy. Speaking of choppy, Chives also burnt my pork chop this morning, so you need to fire him. Well, Richard, we're not going to have this conversation right now. You need to go home and just deal with it. I hate you, Dad. I hate you too, son. I wish I had a new dad, but he was still rich. Richard, go home. Oh, I hate you, Dad.
That's not a good relationship.
Kids, huh, Mario?
Yeah, kids.
Oh, I hate my dad. What is that?
Oh, I forgot. It could leave a mark on the car as well.
Oh, I'm not gonna give you money so you can bail your friend out of jail.
Okay.
Dad! The weird kid with the
Bruh, who are you, like Bowser Jr.?
He did what?
What did Jeffy do?
I'm gonna go check my car to see if he hit my car.
He's gonna have a panic attack.
Son of a
Biscuit.
biscuit! Mario,
Oh gosh.
right now!
Okay. What's the problem, Goodman? What? I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You better be more than sorry. Sorry doesn't fix my door.
No, I wasn't saying I'm sorry. I was reading I'm sorry.
Oh, so you're not sorry?
You need that apostrophe.
Jeffy did.
Oh, okay. Well, since you're the parent, you're still gonna fix this.
Well, look, Jeffy didn't know what he was doing. I told him that as long as he was sorry after he did something wrong, that everything would be okay.
Okay, so you didn't teach your kid not to key cars?
Well, he probably didn't know how to say he was sorry for doing that.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. It looks like gum.
Buff out. All right, let's try that. Oh, look at that, Mario. Not buffing out.
Well, okay, well, look, at least give me a chance to fix it.
Oh, yeah, you will fix it. Because if you don't fix it, I'm going to take everything you own. I'm going to take your house. I'm going to take your car. I'm going to take your hat. You know what, Mario? Give me the hat now.
Well, no,
Give me the hat. You'll get this back when my door's fixed. So no more hat for you.
Well, no. Oh, Jeffy! Oh, Jeffy! Why? To wreck both their cars. Why?
Daddy, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just swerving. Next thing you know, boom, hit the car.
Yeah, he's telling the truth though.
Fix it because I can't get my hat back until you fix it.
Well, Daddy, just wear your spare hat.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
One hat.
Okay.
Well, look, Jeffy, you're gonna go outside and you're gonna fix that car.
All right, Daddy, I can fix it easy peasy.
It's gonna make it worse.
All right, Jeffy, fix it.
Already on it, Daddy.
Jeffy, that's a
Easy dubs right there.
Just watch this.
Oh wow.
Jeffy, that looks bad. It's not working.
Hold on, Daddy. Almost done. Do a little bit of this. I'll get down here. Yeah.
Jeffy, that looks really bad.
Daddy, come back in 2 minutes and we'll be good.
Okay, I'll trust you. All right, Jeffy, it's been 2 minutes. How's it going?
It looks PeePee.
It does not look PeePee. It looks
Why is there red?
Well, Daddy, I ran out of black down here, so I decided to make the I'm sorry all pretty.
Jeffy, it's not pretty. It's not supposed to be colorful. Jeffy, you gotta accept this.
Well, Daddy, a colorful I'm sorry is better than a not colorful I'm sorry.
And a black car looks better with black doors and not colorful. I'm sorry, key to the side of it, Jeffy.
Well, Daddy, I ran out of black.
Okay, Goodman is not gonna accept this. He cannot see this. Look, let's go inside and try to think of another way to fix this. Come on. All right, Jeffy, we have to find a way to fix Goodman's car.
Hey, Mario, did you fix my car yet?
I mean,
Oh, what? Is he like waiting?
not really.
Wait, hold on, Mario. How'd you get your hat back? Give me that.
Well, that's my second hat.
Not anymore. It's my second hat.
I just get you car insurance.
You have that? I thought you were too poor.
Well, no, I have car insurance.
All right, well, let's just do that then, I guess.
That would have.
You're still not getting your hat back. My hat.
Well, what about the money for my friend?
Dude, don't ask for that after you wrecked his car.
Hello?
Did you forget about me?
No, Blackie, I didn't forget about you, but I don't think I can bail you out of jail.
Why didn't he just say he's sorry, Daddy?
Because that always works. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright. SML question of what is one thing you regret? I regret not reacting to more SML videos. I regret like not doing YouTube for a year, I guess. Yeah. So oh my gosh. This video definitely made me laugh a lot actually. So that's it's really funny. So I mean, it wasn't Jeffy's car that I was thinking of, or it wasn't Mario's car. It was actually Richard's car. Interesting. I did not think they would implement like Black Yoshi. I mean, I would. It's really hard to, I guess, predict like the small elements they'll add in, but I had no idea they'll do that. Like, I mean, I guess all I got was the SML title and the thumbnail. And, like, that's all I had to work with. But so, yeah. I mean, I mean, I knew Mr. Goodman was gonna be there. I mean, he had to be there for some reason. So, yeah, for like the money, and you know, it's great. So I like how they use like a variety of the characters, and you know, it's been a while since I've watched like SML with you guys. Like Jeffy has it seems like he's a little bit more calm. Like, okay, so like what I remember, I used to remember him like he's like, I remember him from Mario the Babysitter. He was just like the dumb guy who has like a few tropes that he used. Like he just says why all the time. You know, he has a few things that he does repeatedly. There was this one time where I was watching and he went through this phase where he was just like cussing like every sentence, and it was kind of annoying because I did not find that funny. But here it's like it's funny because, well, first of all, it's interesting because he's actually listening to Mario's lessons, which, you know, I thought he was, I guess I don't know him well enough. Like I remember him as someone who would disobey Mario all the time, throw away the green beans, and just like whatever Mario says, do the opposite. But this time he's actually like implementing what Mario says into his real life, which is, you know, it's shown like a sign of maturity, and I think that's great character development. Although he is not the brightest person in the world, so he doesn't use the lessons well. But, you know, that just adds to part of the comedy, and I like it. So, yeah, I mean, and I like how Mario, like Mario, he doesn't really, I guess he doesn't have too many friends, and that the only rich guy he knows is Mr. Goodman, and he considers him as a friend, which is interesting because I don't see their relationship like that, although Mr. Goodman does drop random things at his house so he can like do stuff, you know. And I don't know, it's really interesting because you don't really see that. I don't think you see that often where the person who rents the place becomes friendly with the owner. I guess it's usually like a business relationship, but this is like, I guess you could say this was like a more friendly thing, or they're more comfortable with each other, I guess. So yeah, um, it's interesting. I mean, I like Richard Goodman. I I remember when he was first introduced. I think, I'm not sure if I reacted to that one, but I did watch it. I watched the one where Richard was introduced, and yeah, he used to say like "you poor" a lot. I don't know if he still does say that, but I don't think he said that a single time this episode, which is, I don't hate it, but you know, it's kind of like with Jeffy. Like if you repeat the same joke over and over again, it kind of gets annoying, and like you're like restricting that character into that, you know, joke, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's where Jeffy got his car from, and that is, you know, I mean, I guess that's cool because I get, well, also what's also cool is that Jeffy asked for permission this time. Well, he asked Scooter for permission to use a scooter, but he said no, so then that's why he stole it, because he wasn't given permission. But this time, so I guess it wasn't really like progression. He's still doing the same thing he did before. He's asking, which is a good thing. But this time, Richard just said yes, so he didn't have to steal it. So, you know, whatever. And Richard is still spoiled. And then it shows their like the relationship between Mr. Goodman and Richard Goodman, and you know, obviously those two, they don't have a good relationship, even though like it kind of shows like, I guess like money doesn't always buy happiness, and like you need to love like your family and something like that, because although Richard has a lot of money, he is not he's not I don't think he's that happy, because he's really just like unsatisfied with a lot of things that goes on, and his dad is one of them. Because, well, first of all, as you guys have seen it in the video, Mr. Goodman did not answer the phone, even though the phone was right in front of him when his son was calling Mr. Goodman. And you know, that's showing how much like Mr. Goodman just doesn't care about his son that much, I guess. Unless they had something where Mr. Goodman cared about him in the past, I just haven't seen it because I haven't seen SML in a long time. So, I mean, yeah, so they could do something with that in a future episode, regarding their relationship between the two, and maybe, I mean, Like they could just do the thing where Mr. Goodman gives Richard the lesson again, or they could do a thing where they make up, or like I don't know. It could be cool. An SML idea will be like Richard gets kicked out of Mr. Goodman's house, moves in with like Jeffy and Junior, and then maybe he like misses his home, and Mr. Goodman misses his son, and then they'll like make up at the end. Like they'll learn that they actually need each other, they love each other or something, you know. So that could be an interesting thing, and that would show some plot progression, and they could still do the same thing, but like it won't be like something where Mr. Goodman will ignore him. Like for example, this in this video, if their relationship was a lot better, like Richard could still come over to the neighborhood and come to the house and have Jeffy drive the car, and you know that whole thing can still happen. But instead, this time, Mr. Richard, or I keep saying Mitch, I'm thinking of Mr. Goodman and Richard at the same time, so I'm like combining it and saying it's Mr. Richard, but okay. So Mr. Goodman instead, like this time he can actually answer the phone and he can say like, yeah, I'm talking to Mario, at his house, you come over if you like to, Jeffy is here, you can hang out with him, or something like that. And then, you know, maybe Richard can be at the scene when Jeffy crashes into the car, and you know the same thing will still happen. So like that could be like a small change, but that's only if their relationship is good. And I'm just saying like in a future video, if this sort of situation happened again and their relationship is a lot better, then that's probably how it will go this time. So yeah, I can't English. All right, so I think Black Yoshi's in jail, and you know, I'm not really surprising. I like how they're implementing him. Chef PeePee, 8 hours. 8 hours to make lasagna. So I guess he's not really good at cooking. And he's one of my favorite characters because like you feel bad for him for what he has to do, but like at the same time it's funny because he's one of those normal characters in a way, but he's a little bit mean because he has like resentment towards his employers. So I don't know, it's really hilarious. So I guess so Chef PeePee made lasagna in 8 hours, and it took a long time for him to do that, and it looks okay, but it's not, you know, it's obviously not the best looking thing in the world. It's just normal. But a lot of times Chef PeePee makes horrible looking food, or he just has like some random cereal or something like that. Like he barely puts any effort. So maybe like the food that's shown, it relates to the amount of time that he spends making it. So for example, like if you see this disgusting looking food, he probably didn't spend a lot of time on it because obviously the lasagna took him a long time, which is, I think he said 8 hours. So if it takes him 8 hours to make a decent looking meal, like imagine how fast it takes for him to make something really bad. Like that could be a theory. That's the theory I'm thinking of. Like that could be a thing. So yeah, I mean, so if he ever makes a luxurious meal, just imagine he could have spent multiple days on that. So I don't know. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my thoughts on this. I mean, I laughed at this video multiple times, so obviously it's funny to me. I would give this, I don't know, should I give it a rating because like I haven't seen an SML video in so long, so I don't know if I can compare it to the others I've seen, but I would give it, I'll give it an A, like an A. I'm giving it like a video game rating. You guys know like the C, B, A, and S rank, but that's for me an A. So it's like a 9 out of 10 to me. So yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you like it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.